So today I will talk about Lagrange's equation of motion. Here I will use D'Alembert's principle to obtain Lagrange's equation of motion. In the earlier lecture I talk about the D'Alembert's principle. So here my objective is to convert a force problem into a energy problem. So in the D'Alembert's principle, basically what we will talk in terms of force, right? And we will try to convert this force into the energy. That is our objective in this particular lecture. So for this, let us consider n particle system. And let ith particle has mass mi and coordinate ri. Now ri, it can be written as ri, it is depending upon generalized coordinates q1, q2 and so on, qn and t, let us assume. And here this ri is a vector quantity, and this q1, q2, qn, these are the generalized coordinates. Now velocity can be defined as, velocity of the ith particle is ri dot, and it must be equal to dri upon dt. And in terms of generalized coordinates, velocity can be written as curly ri by curly qj into qj dot plus curly ri upon curly t. Now I have to incorporate D'Alembert's principle, and in D'Alembert's principle we will require virtual displacement. So virtual displacement, as we have defined in the earlier lecture, virtual displacement means delta ri, it must be equal to summation over j curly ri over curly qj into delta qj. Let me call this as equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Now using D'Alembert's principle, or consider D'Alembert's principle, because I have to use that for this case. So consider it is summation I minus mi ri double dot plus f1, sorry, fi applied force on the ith particle, and it is applied force, into delta ri, it must be equal to 0. And here, for the sake of simplicity, we will replace this fi by fi simply. This is just for the sake of simplicity, right? So that we can use a simplified notation. So now consider, means it contains two parts. One is the say it is MI RI double dot delta RI summation over I, it must be equal to Fi delta Ri and summation over I. I can express this D'Alembert's principle in this manner, and let me call this as equation number 3. So let us try to evaluate this part separately and this part separately. So first of all, I will consider this part. So Fi delta Ri, it can be written as summation over I Fi, and I have to substitute its value, means the virtual work, and virtual work as I have defined in earlier equations, that this is summation over j curly Ri curly Qj and delta Qj, right? So I have to use it. And I can take this outside and this I inside. So if I simply rearrange it, so it is summation over j delta Qj summation over I, it is Fi, and it is curly Ri by curly Qj. I can express this in this manner. And here, this is delta Qj, as I have discussed it in earlier lecture also. Let me call this as equation number 4. Here this Qj is the generalized force. Qj is equal to summation over I Fi curly Ri by curly Qj, and this is known as generalized force. Is known as generalized force. Now let me consider the another part, that is summation over I Mi Ri double dot delta Ri. This is the another part which I am considering, and for this let me put the value of this delta Ri, means virtual displacement, and rearrange this part. So this is equal to summation over I Mi d over dt of Ri dot, and its value will be summation over j, and it is curly Ri over curly Qj, and it is delta Qj. I have to express it in this manner. So let me rearrange it little more, and let me call this as equation number 4, and let me rearrange it. So it can be written as, taking this outside, so it is summation over j delta Qj into Mi summation over I and d by dt Ri dot and curly Ri over curly Qj. Now to incorporate energy, let us proceed as follows. To incorporate into this energy, that is kinetic energy, because kinetic energy relating to velocity, that's why I am using this part. And here, in case of generalized force, I will try to incorporate potential energy. I will talk about it later on, but first of all, let me rephrase or reframe this equation so that I will incorporate energy into it. So for this, first of all, let us consider, because this is Ri and this is like a product rule sitting here. So let me do a little mathematical trick. Di by dt of Ri dot curly R by curly Qj. I have taken this in the product form here and then applied product rule here, and it can be written as it can be written as d by dt of Ri dot curly R by curly Qj. This is simply the product rule which I have applied here, plus Ri dot d over dt curly R by curly Qj. That's what we have used here. And what I will do, I will use a little mathematical trick. I will interchange T with Qj. So if I use this trick, that's a little trick which I am using. It's a mathematical trick to make our life simple. So how things can be written? This is equal to d upon dt Ri dot curly R by curly Qj plus Ri dot curly over curly Qj and d, and if I interchanged it, then it is simply d over dt over Ri, and this is simply written as Ri dot so we'll write down Ri dot here. So that means d upon dt of Ri dot curly R by curly Qj, this part is equal to this one. It means, because I am interested to calculate this, so this is equal to this minus this, so which implies d upon dt Ri dot curly R y curly Qj minus Ri dot curly over curly Qj and Ri dot, it must be equal to d upon dt Ri dot curly R by curly Qj. That's what I have to use. So that means this part in this equation is replaced by this part. So if I use this here, let me go back. Yeah. So if I use this trick here, then this equation will become summation over j delta Qj, and here what I have to use, it is m summation over mi, it is d upon dt sorry, it is summation over I, it is mi d upon dt Ri dot curly R y curly Q j minus the summation over summation over I, it is mi Ri dot curly over curly Qj and it is Ri dot. Right, that's what I have to use here. And let me call this as equation number 6, and let me call this as equation number, sorry, let me call this equation as equation number 5. Yeah, let me call this as equation number 6. And I can take this mi inside this. So if I take it inside this, then this can be written as delta qj. It is d upon dt, and summation over I, it is mi ri dot curly ri curly qj. I have to write down it in this way, minus mi ri dot mi ri dot and curly ri dot over curly qj. That's what I have to use here. And to incorporate kinetic energy here, let me do little more algebra. For that, what I will do, as I know that this Ri dot is equal to summation over j curly r by curly qj and qj dot plus curly r over curly t. And let me do little more algebra here. This I can write down it as this is curly r by curly q1 dot plus curly r by I over curly q2 and q2 dot plus and so on curly r by curly qj over qj dot and so on. It is plus curly r by curly t. Now I have to take its derivative with respect to time. So curly ri dot over curly qj dot. So that means I have to take its derivative with respect to qj dot. So that means this is curly ri over curly q1, and the derivative of this q1 with respect to qj, it is 0. Curly r I over curly q2, its derivative again 0, and so on. Curly r by curly qj and its derivative qj dot with respect to this is equal to this, and so on. And its derivative will also be 0 because it is independent of qj dot. So I can simply write down it as curly ri over curly qj. That means what I am concluding from here, that curly ri dot over curly qj dot must be equal to curly ri over curly qj. That's what I am concluding from here. And let us call this as equation number 8. So using this value here, this equation will become, this is delta qj summation over j summation over I d upon dt mi ri dot curly ri over curly qj plus sorry, it's not plus what, it's minus mi. Here I have to use here, so it is ri dot and qj dot, use this part here, so it is mi ri dot curly r by curly qj. That's what I have to use here, right? Now it means now I have obtained the equation, that is mi sorry summation mi. I'm just rewriting this delta ri, and it is the summation over j. It must be equal to delta qj, it is summation over j and delta qj into summation over I d upon dt mi ri dot curly ri dot over curly qj dot minus mi ri dot curly ri dot over curly qj, and let me call this as equation number 10. Now let me recall kinetic energy, because I want to incorporate kinetic energy here. So T is equal to summation over I 1 by 2 mi ri dot square, because it is half mb square. So therefore curly T over curly qj dot, it can be written as summation over I 1 by 2 mi 2 ri dot into curly ri dot, because derivative of this ri dot with respect to curly qj dot, or simply I can write down it as mi ri, it is summation over I mi ri dot curly ri dot over curly qj. That's what I am getting. And similarly I can write down expression for curly T over curly qj, and this is equal to mi ri dot curly ri over curly ri dot over curly qj. So using these values in equation number 9 here, so then what I am getting, this equation number 9 will become mi ri double dot delta ri, and it is a summation over I. It must be equal to, because here I can put mi ri, because summation I can take inside or outside, so this term, whole of the term, will be replaced by curly T over curly qj dot, and this part is basically, this is simply curly T over curly qj, sorry, let me, curly qj, I have used this part here and this part I have used here. So if I use these things, then this equation number 9 can be written as okay, it is summation over j delta qj d over dt curly T over curly qj dot minus curly T over curly qj and that means I have tried to express the things in terms of kinetic energy, right? And let me rewrite down this equation. So this is equal to delta Qj, it is delta Qj, and d upon dt curly T over curly Qj dot minus delta Qj curly over curly Qj T, right? That's what I can write down, and let me call this as equation number 10. Using 4 and equation number 4 and this equation number 10 in equation number 3, equation number 4 and 10 in equation number 3. So, and what is that equation? That is, I have to use Fi delta Ri summation over I. It must be equal to summation over Mi Ri double dot delta Ri, and their values I have taken from equation number 4 and equation number 10. So this is equal to summation over I delta Qj, capital Qj, it must be equal to summation over I, it is summation over I, and it is delta Qj d over dt and curly T over curly Qj dot minus curly T over curly Qj. That's what I have to write down here. Or since it is independent of J, so I can skip these terms. So simply I can write down that d over dt curly T over curly Qj dot minus curly T over curly Qj, it must be equal to Qj. Is simply I can, from this I can write down it in this manner. Then it is to one thing, that is d upon dt curly T over curly Qj dot, it must be equal to Qj plus curly T over curly Qj, and here this is the virtual work, right? So as I this is the virtual force, right? This is the virtual force. Qj is virtual force, and also we know that the force can be written as negative of the potential gradient. Force is basically negative of potential gradient. Keeping this in mind, I can express Qj as negative of potential gradient with respect to generalized coordinates. This is a simple idea which I am using. So if I use this trick here, then it will become d upon dt curly T over curly Qj dot must be equal to curly B over curly Qj plus curly T over curly Qj. That's what I'm using here. But if I replace t with t minus b in this part, why? Because if I express curly t over curly qj dot as curly t minus v curly qj dot, then it can be written as curly t over curly qj minus curly v over curly qj dot here and here. But its derivative, because this potential is not depending upon the velocity, it depends upon the positions, right? So that means this term will be 0. So if I use this little trick here, then this equation can be rewritten as d upon dt curly t minus v over curly qj dot, right? It's a simply a mathematical trick, nothing else. And these two can be written together, curly over curly qj, it is t minus p, because this is negative, right? So that means I have expressed the equation, and which is the D'Alembert's principle. I express that in terms of the kinetic and the potential energy. And let us call or define a new term L, and it is t minus b, and we call it as Lagrangian function. And if I put it here, it tells me that d upon dt of L must be equal to curly L over, sorry, not like this, but curly L over curly qj dot must be equal to curly over curly qj, and it is L. So that means how Lagrangian changes with time and changes with the generalized coordinates. So this is known as Lagrange's equation of motion. This is known as Lagrange's equation of motion. So in this lecture we have learned, or we have started with the D'Alembert's principle, and incorporated the energy terms into it, and finally derived the equation in which we have seen that how Lagrangian changes with the time and the generalized coordinates, and this is known as Lagrange's equation of motion. So that's all for today's lecture, and in the next lecture I will talk about a problem of harmonic oscillator using this idea. So thanks for watching this lecture.